How's it going, everyone? It's IBM Gaming here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a Minecraft plugin tutorial thing. So the first things on our list is PermissionsEx. Now, PermissionsEx is basically like the essential, like if you're going to have groups like moderator, admin, builder, etc. in your server, it just sets it up all nice and gives them permissions that they can't have and they can't have. So the first things that you want to do is actually get the plugin. So if you go to Bukkit.org and you search PermissionsEx, you will come to this page. Now, first things first, you just want to click download, which should be towards the bottom here. Now, you have a choice. You could either download the stable version or the development version, which is, the latest dev build, as it says. But however, I want to make sure it's always stable so my server doesn't crash or have issues, so I'm always going to download the stable version. Now just go ahead and open the .zip that they have, and simply drag these to your desktop, or you could drag them into your server plugins folder, which I will do now. Now it comes with a couple .jars, which is Chat Manager, Modify World, Permissions, and PermissionsEx. Now the things that you don't want to really get rid of is Permissions and PermissionsEx. You can get rid of the Chat Manager and the Modify World if you want, but I recommend using them. Modify World and Chat Manager will be in a different tutorial later, but for the most part they're pretty useful. So after you've done that, you simply want to go back into your server and just start it up really quick. And what this does is it makes all the config files and activates the plugin, so you can edit stuff. Now after that, after it's done, all you want to do is simply stop your server for now, and then just go back into your plugins folder, and you should have 3 new folders labeled Chat Manager, Modify World, and PermissionsEx. Now we're going to be focusing on the PermissionsEx folder, so if we go in there, you will see 2 more files. Now these are .yml files, and mostly, generally I like to edit them with Notepad++, and I highly recommend that you do, just so you don't make errors and stuff like that. Now there's config, which if you go into the config file, there's really not much you want to change in here. For the most part, you just want to keep this all default. The only things that I would recommend actually changing would be allow ops and create user records. Now obviously create user records just make sure who has been what rank and blah blah blah. But for the most part, I'm just going to keep those default. Now we're going to go into the permissions.yml folder, and again we're going to edit with Notepad++. And it's going to look something like this, and I actually don't like it how it looks like this. So if you go back to the permissions folder, or permissions bucket page, and you look down here to the YML example, this is kind of what you want. For the most part, this is what I do use, but I don't exactly use it in this format. I actually go to their wiki, which is down here at the bottom. You can actually probably click this. No, you can't. Okay, go to their wiki, and then just simply click. I think it's basic permission setup. Okay, right here. Now, what you want to do is simply copy this and paste it in. The reason why I like this is because it, has everything kind of set up for you already, and it's just really convenient. So just go ahead and paste this in over that. So the first thing that you'll see is you have the groups. Now the groups, these right here are the names, which would be the first line. And then underneath that it says if it's default or not, meaning if a player joins the server, if they, are they going to be that rank or are they going to be different rank. And then underneath it you have options. Now the rank right here where it says rank and then, a number, that means in the order that it's going to go. So if somebody's say default and they get promoted, then they're going to go to the next rank, which should be member. It goes from highest to lowest meaning it's, the highest rank that they can get. And also the rank makes sure that people can't promote themselves in-game or promote people above what you want them to. So for instance, if a person is a VIP, they can't not promote themselves to a moderator, and they cannot promote anyone else to a moderator. You'd have to have a moderator or above actually promote people. So we're going to keep everything in here the same. You can obviously change the prefix right here, and you could also change the ranking order and the names. So if you want to add a new rank, it's really simple. Just simply copy this, and I always go above behind the rank right here just so I can paste it in right here as well, and it'll look like that. Now we're going to make a new rank called owner, and because this is already rank 0, I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to rank 20, and then the owner is going to be 0. And then I'm simply going to make owner red, I guess. We'll just throw in some random color. I don't know what D is, but we're going to find out. Now, the users down here you can get rid of right now. But if you want, say if you know what you are in game, you could put your name there and simply put what group you want to be. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. And I guess I will keep myself default for right now just to show you how it works. So just simply go up here and save this, and you can go ahead and close that out now. Now go back into your server and go ahead and start it up once again. Oops, okay. And then I'm simply going to go into localhost just to show you what it's like and the promoting commands and etc. Alright. Now, these do have permissions. Permissions being if you want somebody to promote somebody else, say if you want like moderators to be able to promote people from default to builder, for instance, then you could do that. So now, if I actually did forget what to do one thing, it's not going to show up in chat right now because I forgot to enable Chat Manager. As you can see, Chat Manager is off. So I'm going to go ahead and simply go back into my plugins folder, go to Chat Manager, open the config file, and I'm simply going to enable it. So I'm going to put true. Alright. And then after that, I'm just going to go ahead and reload the server. And now when I chat, you should be able to see my rank. But of course, default doesn't have a prefix, as is seen in the config file. So I'm going to go ahead and promote myself, which would be PEX promote I baked muffins. And it should promote myself. As you can see, user I baked muffins promoted a member group. And I'm on a default ladder right now. So as you can see now, I have the member tag going on, and I'm now a member. Now, as you can see, I cannot promote myself because I don't have the, ranking enough to do it. Meaning, the rank for each user or each group rather isn't high enough for me. So if I try to promote myself, it's going to give me an error, and it's going to say you don't have enough permissions. So that stops people from, say, promoting themselves to owner and acting like they're the owner of the server or something like that. Now, you can give people permissions based on what you want them to have. So you would simply go into the permissions again, go into the permissions.yml, and then under here is where you would give them to. This little asterisk sign right here means that they have all the, plugin permissions and commands, stuff like that. So, for instance, up here you can see modify world dot asterisk, which means that they have all the modify world things. So if you want to add a new thing, what you want to do is you could either copy and paste this like this, and then just change this lineup, sorry, like that, and then you'd save it, and then they'd have that new command. It's really simple to do, and that's pretty much all there is to PermissionsEx. Hope you guys enjoyed.